What's up, babies? How y'all doing? It's your girl, the Empress, and I'm in the building, babies. What's up, how's everybody? I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful weekend today. I think I have gotten frozen for some reason. There we go, I'm back. What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a great, great weekend. I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. This is our girl, Miss Kim. She is bringing us in, honey. Higher things. Sometimes you got to think on higher things, honey. Don't miss another chance, honey. How's everybody doing? What's going on, Trish? Jeremiah's Play Zone, Lorraine, Jeremiah. What's going on? Honey, I'm trying to focus on higher things because this life will get your ass in moods, honey, when you just in a mood. This song is about my friend Maurice Joshua. It's called Higher Things by Kim English. If you need a little pick me up, check that track out. You'll like that. I hope everybody is doing well. Very much so well today, honey. I am in a mood today. I'm not going to try to put that all off on y'all, that negativity all off on y'all. It's just dealing with things with this world right now and how they handling situations with housing and mortgages and stuff like that, all kind of unnecessary BS. And we are coming out of a Mercury retrograde. So a lot of things tend to be back in the air that you got to recircle back around and straighten out. And if you did anything during that time with a retrograde, you got to come back and revisit it. And why I had to revisit some shit and straighten some shit out. So it's straight now, but I'm not put like this. I'm not confident that the other side got their shit together yet. So it looks like next week I'm gonna have to go make sure all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, because I'm anal like that. I don't know if y'all like that about y'all business, but I like to make sure that whoever I'm talking to, because you know we got a worker shortage and they're hiring anybody these days. You got to make sure that these people know exactly what they're doing, because the normal people that used to be there back in the day that took care of everything and made sure everything is okay ain't there no more. So you got to go back and make sure motherfuckers did their job. And I'm just weird like that. You're not gonna have my shit messed up and then I turn around it, because I don't like what do you call it? I don't like surprises. The Empress does not like surprises. I do not do well with this shit, y'all. Because you're going to see a whole other bitch. What's up, Miss Shirley? What's going on? I hope that everybody's having a damn good weekend, honey. While y'all here, I finished out the Lovers of the Red Sky. I have to say, I told y'all that show could have went two different ways. It could have been well written and been excellent and simply flawless. Or somebody could have got a hold to that motherfucking script and just told the whole damn thing completely up. And y'all know most of the time it's always the same. It may be the second one. We very rarely get somebody that sticks with a very good recipe all the way into a drama. All I have to say is, if you're looking for a good drama to watch, Lovers of a Red Sky is a must. You will like it. It is cute. It is romantic. It's all those things. What's up, Denise? What's up, Brenda? You understand? Lovers of a Red Sky is all those things. It will put a smile on your face. You will love the romance. You will love all the intensity, everything in it. It's got all of the beautiful ingredients for an excellent drama, which it did make. It is definitely one of my top dramas of the year as far as Korean dramas are concerned. What's going on, Precise and Miss Denise? Hello, Diaries. What's going on? So I'm loving the fact that I did watch that. It had a good, like I said, it had a good beginning, good ending. I absolutely love this. I don't know what's going on with this damn internet. It is acting crazy. I know ever since we've had these winds and stuff like that going on in different places, the internet keeps sticking and acting crazy on everybody's stuff on YouTube. So I'm not the only one. What's going on? So I'm welcome everybody. Welcome to all my new subbies that have subscribed to me. I'm up to 930 subscribers, y'all. Y'all trying to make a bitch stay around. I know. I had Omni, one of my subscribers, actually leave me a message and did erase it. Girl, I saw it. And she wanted me to go back and relook at Word of Honor to get my thoughts about what I thought about that entire drama. So I may do that. I may do that. That is not a bad drama. I may go back and look at Word of Honor again just to get final thoughts on that situation. What's up, Miss Fox? You know I love your name. I like messing with Miss Fox, honey. And I see you on TikTok, honey. Don't think I don't. Doing your thing, girl. So I watch a lot of y'all on the different Instagram and things like that. I'm not gonna be on Facebook much longer. I'm gonna tell you all that right now because Facebook it's no y'all, I hate to say it. It's the adult daycare center for idiots. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It really is. I had an issue with one of my relatives. I just asked a question, and that question was on my page. This is my personal page. Asked I literally relative just lost their damn mind. I said, would you follow the truth no matter where it took you? Okay. Even if it took you places that you weren't ready for or ready to accept, would you follow? Would you want to know the truth, even if it took you to some really unpleasant places? And it was just a general question. This motherfucker gets on here, and this is my uncle, grown ass uncle, my mama's brother. Okay, this ain't nobody. This just somebody I picked up on the street. This motherfucker I don't know in a long time. He went crazy talking about either you say what you want to say or shut up. I mean, it was just like uncalled for bullshit. I said, you know what? I'm about sick of Facebook, period. Plus, I see a lot of people I went to high school with saying crazy shit and doing crazy shit that you think by the time that your ass is 50, why are you even it has me asking a whole bunch of questions. Who is having sex with you? And still dealing with this kind of foolishness. And number two, why do you even have any friends? As silly and as dumb as you may be, you come across on some of these statuses. So, to a certain extent, Facebook done turned into a place for weird ass people. You know, them weird ass uncles you try to act like you don't want to know. Okay, I got one of them, and I don't know what's going on with him right now, but he got some issues. So I'm trying to stay. I'm tired of Facebook. It's a place for weird people doing weird things. That they should be way too old for. I'm noticing. You know what I'm saying? Or people posting about how perfect their fucking life is, and you like, ain't no damn way is this perfect because I know this person's. Like I know who the hell your man is, yeah? Who you playing with? You know what I'm saying? Stupid shit like that. So I'm like, I really don't have time for it and the negativity that's on it. So I'm gonna be deleting my profile coming up very soon, and I'll just deal with Instagram and here for right now. But it's just a lot of weirdos on Facebook as of late, and I'm not with it. Plus, they also changed into the metaverse. Now, for all of y'all don't understand what all of that is this. Facebook has been in a lot of trouble over the shit that they were doing when it came down to the Trump election and everything afterwards. Okay, all the hate that they allowed to just spread all over the place. Okay, Mr. Zuckerberg or whatever got in a whole lot of fucking trouble and got a lot of heat and was called in front of Congress and all kind of crazy shit about his little company. Well, now he's like, you know what? Y'all can have this motherfucker. Y'all can do whatever you want to do with Instagram. You can do whatever you want to do with Facebook. You can use that shit as an FBI agent to catch motherfuckers doing this, that, and the third. But me and my peeps, we finna go over here and do something different. That's exactly what has happened. So Facebook, even though it's marked on the face of it, it's not him, honey. It's your government. So be careful what you're saying on any of these things. Okay, it's already to a point that YouTube think they full of shit. Look, y'all, I wasn't supposed to be able to get the ability to post on my channel until I reached 1,000 subscribers. All of a sudden, Out of nowhere, a fairy flew down from YouTube and unlocked my channel to be able to post in the community. Can you believe this shit? As soon as I said I was going to be leaving this shit alone, all of a sudden now we going to give her the ability, to be able to, post shorts and things like that. Because the only reason why I'm always in my kitchen right now is because I cannot take my phone and do lives. You can't do lives until you can't do lives on your mobile device until you have at least 1,000 subscribers. So there's a lot of things you can't do until you have 1,000 subscribers. So you're kind of stuck in one place until your channel grows, okay? But I know I'm at 930 subscribers. Now all of a sudden y'all want to unlock my shit? It's weird, but they paying attention to what's going on. And the reason why I would have been 1,000 subscribers a long time ago, but because of some of the subjects in which I talk about that they want to censor, they literally unsubscribed at least 30 to 40 subscribers off my channel to teach me a lesson. Okay? I don't give a fuck about them lessons personally. Because I'm not making no money, so it don't fucking matter to me, okay? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, but that's what they're doing. Now, all of a sudden, like I said, when it comes down to Facebook and what's going on with it is that it's the same thing I did with one of my businesses. It had a whole bunch of drama about it regarding music and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? People talking, oh, this the name I had made. My mama's name, my mama's sweat and blood is on that motherfucking name and all this other shit. And I said, okay, if it's all that shit going on with the name of this, guess what? You can have that motherfucker back and I'll make it a whole nother new company, baby. But it ain't going to change the fact that shit is where it's going to be. So what I did was I washed my hands of that company. You can take that name and whatever else that's so-called connected to it, and I'll take the actual assets of it and put it someplace else. But you can keep that name, and I won't have anything to do with that, but I'll know that the actual thing that makes that company what it is will be over here with me under a whole new name. Do you understand? That's what they did. Mark Zuckerberg did not do anything out of the ordinary. All he did was change the motherfucking name and said, federal government, you can keep Facebook and all of that motherfucking shit. Just don't come to me when issues happen, okay? Y'all can hire who you want to hire for that motherfucker. It ain't got nothing to do with it because I'm over here with Metaverse. That's exactly what happened. So be ready for people to start going into your accounts, fucking with them and things like that, because you're not going to have that same Facebook community. I guarantee you money. You're not going to have that same Facebook community that puts all of those things up there and make sure that your account does not get hacked and things like that. Plus, a lot of young people are no longer on it because you had parents and stuff before Facebook got to be someplace where adults like, your mama and your uncles and aunties and them got on there. That's my age or older than me. That used to be a place where only teenage people were at. Like at the time when I first started with Facebook, I was in my 30s, you know what I'm saying? 30s, early 30s and shit like that. And I was coming from MySpace. And after MySpace did its time, then Facebook picked its time up. Everybody remember that shit, right? Everybody remember MySpace where you could put music on your page and all that other shit. Once MySpace faded away, Facebook took over everything and everybody was over there. Okay, so now Facebook is going to die. I'm gonna tell you that right now because people, most young people don't have nothing to do with it. Most young people are either on TikTok, Snapchat, or Instagram, and now Instagram is becoming a back alley too, honey. I'm sorry, Instagram is a fucking alley. That Facebook is the senior citizen home. Instagram is the back alley, and honey, TikTok is where it's at right now, and Snapchat. So that's how you get around, okay? So I'm gonna be leaving Facebook alone. So soon that's gonna disappear, and you'll see that little icon disappear off of the top of my stuff too. It says for now, young folk ran into Insta and Snap. Yeah, for right now and for now, but now they're transitioning over to TikTok right now. TikTok is going to be the shit, y'all. I'm sorry. That's going to be the new thing. I'm not a fan of TikTok for a number of reasons, and privacy reasons, and who's looking at your TikToks and the shit that you're talking about. Those are the reasons why I'm not a fan. This goes a little bit further than just, look, they have ways of being able to backdoor your actual phones and things like that, and people don't understand that. You understand? I can backdoor. There's ways for me to find out who you are as you are straight through certain abilities through YouTube. And if you know enough about any app, you can find a back door to find out who's talking, who's calling from where's your IP addresses and things like that. That's why I always tell people I can reach out and touch you. I know the right people to call to be able to touch a motherfucker if I have to. That's why I told Mr. Jeremiah's Play Zone. I am the type of bitch that will pull up. Like somebody knock at your door, like, who's coming to see me today? And you're like, is this the Chinese dramatic at my door? Because I was talking crazy on this bitch. Oh, this bitch right. This bitch like, flew out to see a bitch. She done pulled up for real. No, so you don't have privacy on a lot of these things, so you have to be very, very careful. Even when I get finished with this, I literally close my shutter off on my laptop so no one can see certain things on here. And so, yeah, that's the other announcement that I had, that I am leaving Facebook, and I'm going to get ready to do it relatively soon. I'm really not on it like that anyway. And then Instagram, I just come to check certain things to see whose faces is on that shit too. And I would love to have Weibo. I have Weibo, but Weibo is inside of Chinese, and they ain't big on having a translated version of it so you can see what's being written on there. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. Social media does mean no privacy. It really doesn't at all. And it's sad, but it's true. It really is. And it's getting to be to a point where people are taking advantage of this whole entire area, and now you can't say anything against anybody, have an opinion about anything, or you know what I'm saying, or a thought that's independent outside of what mainstream is putting out there. Because if you have anything to say against something, because this is no longer America anymore, it's turning into some shit I don't know where we at right now. You can't say shit. You can't have an opinion that is different from somebody without people losing their damn minds. It's just really sad. It really is. It says Google Translate will put it in English automatically. I don't know about that. I would rather in Weibo have that ability to just touch when they say translate, so you can be able to see. Because I'm more than sure that on Weibo they say a lot of crazy shit about Americans and all kinds of stuff. So some stuff you got to be careful with. It said, "Hey Aurora, how you doing?" It says that's why we got to learn Chinese, Korean, and Taiwanese. Yeah, and the other thing I wanted to address too. Yes, last week we had a lot of people asking me about the different books that I was reading and things like that. And the reason why I did not answer you, it wasn't that I did not see it and I was ignoring it. I did that for a reason. Everybody is not into the things that I'm interested in, so I don't want to offend anybody. So when it comes down to certain things that I'm reading, because I am going kind of like on a treasure hunt of my own, regarding, it's like put it like this, it's a treasure hunt of the biggest things in your life that you could possibly imagine when it comes down to understanding things intellectually, of why we are here as human beings, why, is the spiritual side with me the way it is with me. I'm discovering things about myself. I'm discovering things about world religions and things like that from another perspective, and not from the hallelujah, thank you Jesus, and jumping down in the middle of a aisle church era. I'm looking at this from a scientific method, as well as from a person that is studying all of these to get to one understanding about a lot of stuff. And I am beginning to understand how all of this came about, where we're going with this, and how far it's going to take us. Thank you, Miss Verna. And a lot of people are not ready to go where I have gone with this because their minds are not open enough to be able to take that kind of stuff because it's beyond what you're conditioned to being used to. See, we've been conditioned here with religion and the way we think about spirituality to a point of that if somebody brought a new thought in, some people get upset to the point of wanting to reach out and touch somebody. Some people get upset, they don't even want to talk to you about anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? So to me, if I can't have an open-minded conversation with different people, I choose not to let you kind of know what I'm reading because you might not be able to handle them kind of books. To be able to handle the books that I'm dealing with means you got to put aside what you think you know and become like Yoda. You gotta, like what do they call it? A Jedi. Okay, and that means you have to unlearn what you have learned to be able to learn and understand something different. And everybody can't put down what they've been brought up from this size from a kid up to an adult and put that to the side to accept a possibility or a conversation, just a conversation with someone from a whole nother belief than you or a whole nother understanding than you. And everybody's not able to do that. And I work in law, so it's easy for me because I have to be able to be a little bit more open to other people. You know what I'm saying? I've got to be open to other people. I've got to be open to their ideas. I think I'm frozen again. Can anybody see me? I don't know what's going on. This thing is freezing and hey Pat, everybody been about it's like oh it okay. Thank you, Shauna. I appreciate it. I am fine. Thank you, Athena. These earrings are my earrings. I don't know. Am I okay? I think I have frozen. Come on. I don't know what's going on. Am I here? Let's see. I'm going to end this and try to come back again and see what happens. Is everybody here? Can y'all hear me and see me? Okay. Give me a 1 if you can hear or see me. And I'll go from there. Because it looks like I'm frozen. Yeah, everything is working on my end. Hold on. Looks like I'm done. Yeah. Something happened here. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm sitting out here like, what the hell just happened? Okay. I'm back. I'm like, what the hell just happened? Girl, this is crazy. But they messing with my stream. So like I said, I'm talking to y'all about the different things. Everybody's not ready to be able to handle certain things. So like I said, some people can drink milk, some people can eat meat. And because I work in law and I've worked in law for a very long time, I can see one point of view of where somebody else is coming from and see another person's point of view is where somebody else is coming from and not get emotionally upset nor emotionally attached to either point of view, but to be able to come to a conclusion of what I might think. And I'm sorry, when it comes down to certain things, everybody can't take that. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't take that. And I'm learning that in previous religions, before the religions that we have right now, this world, we had one that is pretty much what Jesus came here to do, which is like, love each other, take care of each other. And that was present in all types of religions. It was present inside the Chinese religion. It was present inside Japan's religion. You got Buddhists, you've got, Buddhists, you got the Confucius and things like that in that time. These were some of the master teachers of that time, and they had the same exact religion that Jesus came here teaching. Isn't that crazy? So what does that tell you? It doesn't mean that one particular race is in charge or something. That means that there was a lot going on this earth in all the different nations. And for somehow and some reason, we all chose to go the negative route, which was the route of materialism and inequality for everybody. You understand? So that's the part that I am studying, and I'm finding it very interesting as far as I'm concerned to get used to. I'm finding it very interesting to see how certain areas came about, and now I'm beginning to understand why is it that Buddha looks the way it did look. You know what I'm saying? If people don't understand about the Dark Ages, they taught us in America and inside European uh, education that the Dark Ages was a place where there was cave people running around with bats and shit like that. Well, I'm finding that the Dark Ages was a time where people who look like me in my skin were the people who ran the world at that time. And people don't want nobody to know that at one point it was black people that had the seat of control on this earth at one point in all nations. And unfortunately, because they don't teach this in school, it leaves the people who are in this time who have these high-minded thoughts about themselves in a situation of they're missing a very huge and important lesson about life. And that is, take a long look at the black race, a very long look, because what you see in us will be you in the future. And the reason why is because at one point in time when we had it together, we once acted just like you all, if not worse, when we had our seat during the Dark Ages and we were dethroned by you. Okay? As a lesson from our God of what not to do. So our enemies got a chance to enslave us and put us in the fucked up positions that we in right now. There's a reason why black people are really good at certain things and just masterful with that shit. We once ruled this place. Okay? And we lost that ability because we went too far as our God was concerned. And he sent the white race to basically punish our asses. And we got our asses handed to us for 400 years. That time is up. And now judgment is on the entire world now. Because all of those nations went in on fucking us up. Okay? See, and there's only a small remnant of us left. If you notice, it ain't that many black people left on the planet like that. It really isn't. There's a lot of us to a certain extent, but not many as it used to be. Okay? And a lot of people don't understand that the people that were in those coliseums during the inquisitions and things like that were black people getting ate the fuck up by lions and shit during gladiator times and all of that. That was us. The world was fucking us up. Rome was fucking us up. That was the first beast who got wounded. Okay, and then a new beast arose, which was the Catholic and English Church. Do you understand? All of these things in the Bible are now beginning to make sense to me because I'm going back inside of history. You can't just read the Bible and just think, it's going to make sense. It's not going to make sense because they took shit out of it. Now I'm finding all the things they took out of it and they're beginning to come together like, oh, what the fuck? Okay, you're not in the time where they're getting ready to do the mark of the beast. That time already happened and is past. Right now, you're getting ready to go into judgment time. That's the reason why I told you all last week. Your all of these volcanoes that are going off, and I read in a book. Literally, they said the volcanoes going off around the world were heralding and telling the world that judgment has commenced on the inhabitants of the earth. So there's no mistake that all of them going off one after another is happening. They trying to tell you something, but you ain't ready yet. Because none of your religions told you all of this shit. They moved it around because at that time they was in a heyday. And I sat back when I went to the library. I took my grandbaby to the museum this week. And I was looking inside the Museum of Science and Industry here in Chicago. And I was like, wow. Their heyday, 1800s, 1900s, roaring 20s, they best days are behind them. We're looking at the fall right now. And because you didn't understand what happened to the people who came in front of you because they burned all of that shit, or either the Vatican is sitting on all of that shit, you don't know what's going to happen to you because you didn't see what happened to us originally. You understand? The mark of the beast and things came when you all unseated us. Okay? We couldn't look and read the Bible. The first thing they told us is, don't have them niggas read. That's the first thing they said. Don't let them read, because if they read, they're going to find out about themselves. So that was the first thing they couldn't do. Secondly, you did, and God was very thorough when he said he was going to wipe Israel off existence. You would not even know they even existed out of the world. They took us away. We wouldn't even know who we are. The only race on this planet that can actually ask that, if you ask one black person, where did you come from? They're going to say, well, Africa. Africa ain't claiming your ass. Where in Africa did you come from? It's over 50 countries inside Africa. Which one did you come from? No one can tell you. We're the only people that don't know where we came from. We're the only people that fit the curses, actually. So at the end of the day, you have to sit back and you look at all of this stuff, and then you look at history and how Columbus came over and the things that he did and where he went. You understand? And how all of that came together. All of that came together in prophecy. Literally, it was prophesied in the Bible that this would happen to the children of Israel, and it did. And we don't know who we are. And then I was watching a drama called The Ming Dynasty, and in that shit, I almost had a damn heart attack when one of the characters said, it's nothing for us to live without Israel. I don't know if you caught that line in one of them dramas, but in the Ming Dynasty drama, Chinese drama, it's out. It's one of them ones that's a 9.3. Watch that shit and look at the language in which is being spoke, and the conversation and contents in which is being spoke. So they know, everybody knows who we are. They just don't say it. But the thing is, they're not teaching these types of things inside of school. So people are not paying attention to the black race and saying, oh, y'all ain't nothing. Y'all crackheads, y'all ain't shit. Y'all just don't want to work. No. It's not like that. Take a long look at us and see how far Father brought us. He took us from here down to nothing, to absolutely nothing. And he said, I would do that to you to teach you a lesson for 400 years. As soon as 2020 came, all hell done broke loose on the planet. And I hate to tell you, but it's a lot of black people that's doing it. They have stepped up their shit and then came up pretty well as of late, and are continuing to do it. And he said he was going to put us together right before the faces of our enemies, and he did. But at the end of the day, like I said, there is a lot going on with that, and I cannot go into it on here with you guys because, like I said, not everybody is ready for that conversation. Everybody's not ready for that conversation just yet. And a lot of things that are happening in the world where they're basically trying to make it where I'm looking at the laws coming together where they can do vaccine mandates for a vaccine that does not even fucking work. That as soon as another variant comes along, this vaccine is useless. So what the fuck are we doing here? Even it's to the point now where mainstream is like, this is not a solution. So why are we pushing this shit? Well, it's something else to this vaccine. It has to be, because if it's not working to stop you from catching it, then what the fuck are we taking it for? And why is it that it has to be mandated? And this is where you need to sit up here and start thinking, what the fuck is going on here that I am missing? I'm missing something here. What is it? Because I'm looking at them push this as it's a cure, but it's not curing shit. So why is it that I have to have this shit to go to work? Why is it that I don't have the ability to say what goes on in my body? Because they are setting precedent on who is going to say what when it comes down to anything that you do. Do you understand? It's not just money. It's about you won't have say so about a damn thing that goes on to you. Because once you get to dealing with a person's health, that's how a person operates, baby. If I don't have my health, I don't have shit. I don't give a fuck how much money I got. If this bitch can't get out the seat to save her life, what do I have? I can have all the money I want to. Money, I can't eat the shit. It can't love me back. It can't move no mountain unless somebody wants it. What happens when you're in a situation where I've been in situations where no matter how rich you were, there were certain places you couldn't get into. You had to know certain people. And if that person couldn't vouch for you, it didn't matter how much money you had. What happens when you're in a situation like that? Boy, your money can't buy you in nowhere. But for right now, we are moving to this area of vaccinated versus unvaccinated, and we cutting off the ability for people who don't have, who chose not to do something. And some people don't have a choice in the matter because their health can't take what that particular stuff does. I can't take that because I have an allergy when it comes down to peanuts and certain types of shellfish. So I cannot fuck with that shit. So at the end of the day, what happens to people like that? All right. What happens to people who just they don't necessarily want to even deal with that? But you've got power going for something. What are we power grabbing for? And that's what the American people are missing at this point. What is this? What is this really? And this is where people are afraid to go with their thought. You're afraid to go that your actual government is doing crazy shit. The other crazy thing that they have done. Now, the last time I checked, when Trump, and I am not a fan of Trump, when Trump was in, we had a lot of immigrants trying to get over to America, okay, in the midst of a pandemic. And he did some real trifling shit, y'all. He did. He took people's kids away from them, which I thought that was just a terrible thing. But now the government thinks it's so terrible that they ought to give these parents who they gave their children away of crazy shit that happened to their kids $450,000 each, whose families got their kids taken away. Now, last time I checked, they were breaking the law, okay, coming over here. And now you finna pay them as a reparation for taking their kids and losing them and shit, $450,000. Last time I checked, you did an entire fucking race that way for 400 years. In this country, 200 of them years. And the repercussions of that shit is still being felt to this day. And they gave black people shit, not even a law stating that police can have, you know, immunity, can stop that in that immunity bullshit that they have in murders that they commit of people wrongfully. We can't even get a law stopping that shit. But you gonna get some motherfuckers that just showed up here last year who sent their kids over here by themselves $450,000 for breaking the law, and you finna get in reparations, but you ain't gave black people shit. See, it's playing right up to that also prophecy that Father said they're not gonna give you back shit. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna recompense you. See, God's gonna recompense his children. He don't need your $450,000. You ain't gonna like how he recompense you, because when he recompense you, that means he's gonna break your ass down and take all your shit. Okay, which you should have just gave the $450,000 to every fucking family in the United States of black people that's over this motherfucker, and we would have been chill. We would have been chill. I can say $450,000 for me personally. I would have been like, you know what? My family probably worth way more than that, but see, I can make some serious motherfucking money moves in this bitch with this. Oh, I can double that. Okay. And make it and stack that motherfucker about 4-5 times again. Okay, and make a whole nother business, baby, on $450,000. Pay for every motherfucking thing I get, student loans, house, car, and still have money left over to be able to double that shit and bring it back again. Okay, baby. But this is your boy, Biden. Jim Crow Biden is going to give immigrants $450,000 for losing their fucking kids. And I'm sitting up here saying to myself, how the fuck is this even possible? I was mad as motherfucker yesterday when I heard that shit. This the type of shit they be talking about behind closed doors, y'all. This the type of shit that you don't see until it's a footnote or a small little article in a newspaper. You're like, what the fuck? Wait a minute, hold on. Now, how the hell? First of all, I don't know why every Republican ain't standing on their head saying, are you out your motherfucking rabbit ass mind? These Democrats have lost their fucking mind. And they finna suffer, y'all, in these elections coming up in November. People just gonna vote Republican just cause. They gonna punish them bitches. And you know what? They deserve it. I'm through with both the Republicans and the Democrats, to be honest with you. I'm through with both of them because I told y'all last week, same bitch, different outfit. Y'all better I'm telling y'all better start holding on to them motherfucking votes and making them motherfucking dog walk them motherfuckers for your vote. I wouldn't vote for you until you do ... You won't be able to win, have a majority in no house, nowhere fucking around with anybody black as far as I'm concerned. Because Biden got in on black folks and he ain't done shit for them. And Kamala is not helping because she don't consider herself black. She considers herself other. She don't consider herself black. She considers herself an Indian, like her mama. So she don't count. That ain't no sister girl. Okay? So y'all got to understand, they not trying to help black people. I would punish them motherfuckers in everything. They would never hold another house, another Senate, ever. After this bullshit. If these fucking immigrants that just ran across the goddamn border get $450,000 motherfucking dollars over their kids being lost over some shit with Trump, the Democrats would never win shit. I don't give a fuck what happened in this goddamn place. And the reason why is they don't do shit as far as black people's concerned anyway. I love the Asian community, but the Asian community had a bad motherfucking month. One motherfucking time and got $50 million motherfucking dollars for their trouble. And a act that made it where bothering one of them will put your ass in jail. Black people got Kamala and Biden into them offices and ain't got shit. And we've been having a bad motherfucking life for 400 years. That's generation upon generation upon generation of this motherfucker even existing. And we haven't gotten shit for it. So if some immigrants bring their ass over here and get $450,000 motherfucking dollars, I can't understand white people being cool with that shit. They don't want to get nobody shit. Much less some Mexicans. Girl. I don't know. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. But honey, it would be a cold day in hell for another Democrat won a seat. Why? My ass had the ability to vote. If it ain't, and the same thing is happening in the city of Chicago, honey. We got Miss Mayor Lightfoot, honey. This man looking bitch over here with us, and she's throwing a fucking fit. Okay, she's sitting up here saying the wrong shit out of her mouth. Everything is not racist. Some things you need to understand. You are sitting up here kissing the ball sack of Biden all up in his nutsack into his ass crack so you can get some goddamn federal money with these mandates. And you're about to lose the only thing that's holding this motherfucker together, and that's your police force. Because these fools is going up on the north side, baby, and whooping these people's asses in Chicago, honey. They are whooping these rich folks' asses. They are not safe at their games. They not safe walking down Magnificent Mile no more. Honey, they getting fucked up here in Chicago. All right? But at the end of the day, yeah, but we got Juneteenth. Ain't nobody asked for that shit. I told y'all. We got a fucking holiday. I didn't ask for a holiday, bitch. You could have ran me some cash. You could have kept that holiday shit. You understand? But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we are not progressing. This is not this. We're at a standstill. Meanwhile, the earth is acting a fucking fool, y'all. We're about to see auroras here in the Midwest, and all of these storms that went past just recently with all this high wind and shit. This is not a game no more, y'all. This is real shit is going on right now, and they're not telling you how many people are losing their shit right now at all. They don't want to tell you that. Okay? They're not telling you that shit. Now Christmas. Girl, hurry up and get your kids their Christmas gifts in October because you might not be able to get them by Christmas time. No, you want people to start running and spending money that they don't have and going into debt that they don't have. People not finna do that shit this year. They finna have a sad-ass motherfucking Christmas because some people are beginning to learn that, guess what? I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas because I don't really like the thought of somebody telling me when is the time for me to be able to celebrate me giving gifts and feeling warm about giving a neighbor or a friend a fucking gift. I can give a neighbor and a friend a gift any fucking day of the week, and I do many times just because I fucking feel like it. I don't need a day for that shit. When did we get so conditioned that we need days to celebrate certain shit? I can dress up and look like whoever I want to look like if that's what I want to do. If I want to have a masquerade party, I can do that any day of the motherfucking week. We all know that. But you got to have Halloween and everybody's got to participate on it. And everybody's got to buy the same shit on the same day in order for another merchant to make a whole bunch of motherfucking money on that day. You don't understand what this is? All of this whole entire society is about control. Don't you see it? They're controlling everything that you do. How you spend your money, where you spend your money, how your kids live, what your kids think is fun, what you think is in, what you think is out. Everything is being controlled. Like I told y'all with Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook is Facebook. He's going to move to Meta. What is that? Meta, whatever that shit is. Metatron or Meta whatever. Okay, Metaverse. That's going to be the new end thing, and everybody's going to run to it, and they're going to leave Facebook alone. Then the government's going to be over there at Metaverse trying to find its way into that shit. Okay? They want a way to be able to start using crypto. That's what Metaverse is going to be, where you can make your purchases in crypto. That's the new life, new world, new money. And if you ain't with that area, you're not going to know what's going on. Just like when you first came to Facebook, you really didn't know what this meant. Or TikTok. Or Snapchat. How does this shit work? That's the exact same thing. Everybody wants to go to what's new and in. And honestly, y'all, it's all about control. Controlling the way everybody thinks, how they see the world, period. And at the end of the day, ladies, y'all going to have to come to some conclusions on how you're going to live your life. I don't need anybody to tell me, oh, Christ is the reason for the season. That's some bullshit, and y'all know it. Everybody knows Jesus was not born on fucking December 25th. We all know that. It has been proven that man was born in September. Okay? Or either, you know what I'm saying, New Year's Eve. New Year's truly does not start until spring starts. The next spring starts. That's the New Year's. It makes sense. It goes with everything else in nature. What the fuck are we doing? Okay? What the fuck are we doing? But at the end of the day, grandkids, everybody wants to sit up here and, oh, the kids, it's about the kids. No, it's not. You can get your grandkids gifts anytime you want to. You can have Granny Day. Granny Day. What's Granny Day? The day when Granny gives all her grandbabies some shit that they ain't never got before at her house. Oh, you can make you the star. Why can't you be the star? Why it's got to be some strange ass pervert that you got to sit on his lap that you don't fucking know that's supposed to come down your damn chimney and give you shit? Why can't it be Granny Day? Where everybody comes to Granny and she's the queen of the house and she chooses to bestow certain gifts on certain kids who've been good all year. See, that's how I would like for my grandchild to grow up, and that's how she does grow up. She knows nothing about Christmas. She knows nothing about Santa Claus. She knows nothing about that. All she knows is that Gigi, Gigi, is it possible that I can get this down? Why you want to get this down? You gonna play with Gigi with the down? Gigi might be thumped. I don't know if that dial is fabulous enough for us to play. I think it's fabulous enough. You should hear my grandbaby talk to me. But at the end of the day, you should be the heroes in your life, not some make-believe motherfucker, not some strange ass Easter bunny and all that other bullshit. Easter is nowhere in the Bible. Nowhere. It's just an area to make money. And until we start to unloosen these grips around ourselves inside of society, we will never, ever get to a point where we understood where Jesus was coming from the beginning. I do not need you and your Santa Claus, your Easter, none of that shit to do what I need to do when it comes down to my babies or my grandchildren or anything else. And until we get that, we got to start undoing these things that have locked us in this mind frame, because there are people who put themselves in debt every year around this time over fucking Christmas. I got to get my husband this. I got to get my kids this. No, I do not watch Watchtower. I'm not a religious person. I keep telling you, I ain't religious at all. I am the least person that you would honey, you would think I'm more closer to a witch than I am a religious person, baby. I'm not a religious person at all. I literally just follow the 10 Commandments and love my neighbors. I love myself. I am working on all of that. Okay. And when I talk about loving my neighbor, that means I do see about my neighbors. If I see a bum that needs some money, he come up to me, he say, hey, could you give me? I ask you what you need. He give me some change. What you trying to do? I'm trying to eat. Change ain't gonna feed you for the day, my brother, but here's 20. That'll get you a meal, maybe some dinner, and I'll walk away. Okay. I got money that sits aside, and I call that God's money. And that's the money I use to give to anybody that asks me, can you give me? Is it a possibility you can help me? That's their money. I take a good about 150 with me everywhere I go. And no matter who stops me, I give them some money and give it to them and walk away. Okay. Me and my daughter the other day, we got some bags together. We put hats, really good hats. Cause you know me, I'm not going to give you something that I wouldn't give myself. Really good hats, really good scarves, pants, sweaters, and hot hands. And we put them in a bag and some blankets. And we went and we found different people who were homeless and we gave them that. And everything in there was brand new. I did not give them anything used and they were happy to get it. You understand? Good gloves. I don't know what it's like to be outside in the cold, but I got a damn good feeling. I've stood on many bus stops going to work, and I know how cold it can be. So I gave them things that I thought would work well on me. And when I get money, extra money, that's what I do. I make small, little, tiny, little carry things, little packages, and I go and I give them out. When you see people standing in your car and they got their little signs out, I roll down my window. I'm like, hey, you got enough, you need a hat, you need some scarves, you need some gloves. And they look and say, nah, I'm okay. I said, you sure? And they were like, yeah. And I go ahead and I give it to them. And I was like, and what else you asked them for? I'm just trying to get something to eat. He go, $20, baby. God bless you and keep it moving. That's what I do. I treat my people that I run into, whether you black, white, Puerto Rican, whatever the fuck color your ass is, I give as if it was me out there, because I don't know what day or what situation my life might turn in a week or a year from now. Love people as you love yourself. So if I love myself, I like good shit. I'm going to give good shit. That's just me. Okay? But that's what I'm working on doing. I'm working on trying to make sure that that's something that I'm teaching and conditioning myself to do. And it's not, people say, oh, well, them people be on drugs. First of all, God said, don't judge. That's not my business. All I can do is tell that person, you ask me, now in certain cases, you asked me, you needed this because you were hungry. Use it for that. Because if you don't hold me responsible if something happened to you. Okay? Now I'm putting something on that money if you are paying attention. That's how people are held to it. After that, it's out of my hands. This is the Most High. Now, you said you needed this. You out here begging. You out here asking for some money. And somebody walk up to you with the money, $200. That's what you said you needed for your bill. And you go spend it on some motherfucking weed. Baby, my hands is washed and I feel for you. And I'm going to pray for you because that's not what you told the Most High you needed that money for. See, that's the reason why people will tell you all gifts are not good gifts and all money ain't good money. Because some people put certain things and prayers on money, on certain things that they give you. It is for that. If many churches did that, you wouldn't have people sitting up here talking about, I'm just going to use the money for whatever I'm going to use it for. No, you said you needed that for your rent. Person gave you the exact amount of money for it. You choose to spend it on something else. You open yourself up to a world of shit when it comes down to that, because the spirit world ain't no damn game, baby. Okay? What's up, Cynthia? Spirit world ain't no game. So it's not for me to judge whether or not they spend it on drugs or whatever. That's between them and they God. That ain't got shit to do with me. I'm at my business. Okay? That's how you handle those types of situations. All right? When you want to give something, man, your business. It ain't that. Hey, they asked, I gave. They ain't got nothing to do with me. If they use it to snort up their nose, they use it to beam up Scotty, ain't got shit to do with you. That's between them and they God. But if my neighbor needs it, I'm gonna give it to him, and that's it. So that's what I've been working on. Now, if anybody has any questions, this is the time, because it's going on 1 hour and it's crazy today. So who's got any questions for me today? What's up, everybody? I see a lot of different people coming in. It's like, that's what I'm talking about. Play it forward. Yes, you have to play it forward, because if God is doing well with you right now today, that don't mean it's gonna be like that tomorrow. I've had situations where everything was great, and then all of a sudden shit just came crashing down around me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm quite sure you've had them days too, and you wish you had a fucking friend to talk to, and you didn't have one. You understand? And some people don't need money. Some people just need you to sit there and listen to what they're going through right now. Can you be that? Because I know some motherfuckers can't even do that. You understand? Be a friend. It don't always got to cost you any kind of money. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, for me, that's what I have been doing. And I have been working on me with that as far as that's concerned. So no, I am not a Jehovah's Witness. I am not a Hebrew Israelite, even though I do observe the Sabbath. Today is the Sabbath for me until sundown. And I do observe ordinances and things like that. I do follow the feast days and trumpets and all of that. You understand? And I have been blessed highly because of it. And I am glad, and I wouldn't change a thing. And I'm going to keep walking that way. I'm going to teach my daughters walking that way with me. And we're going to teach this grandbaby to walk that way. And I think that's the way it's always been, because anybody you can find in the Bible, it worked for them. It can work for me. And it's worked in all different types of Bibles. And trust and believe, like I said, everybody ain't ready to go where I've went with this. And hopefully one day, when things keep getting worse and worse, people will be more interested in where I went with this, because soon faith is going to be all you're going to have, because these jobs and things are not promised, ladies. They're not, and they're acting weird and getting weirder by the day. And I don't understand where we're going with this, but the way society is going, and from what I'm seeing, everybody's getting wise to the fact that these vaccines are not working the way that they say they are, and they're steady pushing these mandates, and these mandates are making it where people are walking off their jobs. And as soon as they find out that the bottom line ain't hitting the mark, they're gonna dump them fucking vaccines. They're gonna bump them. They're gonna dump them mandates. As soon as they get back to the numbers of how this year goes, especially this Christmas, that shit gonna be gone by January 31st. Trust and believe that. Anyway, y'all, I will see you all next Saturday. And hopefully we'll have some more other dramas. Like I said, I did enjoy Lovers of a Red Sky. I haven't found anything else. I literally looked at a couple of the somebody actually gave me a couple of recommendations that I looked at, and I looked at one episode and I was like, nah. And then I looked at another one called The Plum, Secret Plum, or something like that. And it's about a cheating ass husband, honey. And I was like, I don't want to see this shit. I really don't, because I don't want to make myself mad. But it starts, the first episode starts out kind of deep with this man in the hospital with a woman, on the way to the hospital with a woman having a baby. Come to find out his daughter gets sick, who he's married to. His wife is in the hospital, and his side bitch is in the hospital having a baby all at the same time. Honey, too fucking much for me. And I was like, when I saw that and I saw how this was playing and it was taking too damn long for them to get to a point, I was like, I don't need this type of anxiety and constant. It was just stupid. So you guys have a excellent weekend, and I will see you all next week. And hopefully we'll find something better. But I don't want to watch things with husbands acting a fucking fool, because me personally, I've lived that shit, and I'm not as far as being married, but I've lived the cheating situation with folks. And honey, I don't want to see that shit played on television. But I'm gonna look at Word of Honor and give you all my final idea about that, because like I said, I have not finished it because Vicky fucked it up for me when I was on the road with it and things like that. So you guys have a good weekend. What's up, Miss Lorraine? I see you, and I will talk to you all next week. Bye bye, everybody.